A lot of people get number 23 wrong. Lots of people. And to me, this is really easy. I've actually categorized this as a free points question. Free points, meaning these are so easy you can't afford to get these wrong. These are just, they're giving you the points. And now the reason, it comes down to, I guess, the other categorization I've given it, which is a chart of points question. So basically, these are free points because, free points on the test, because they're giving you points and you've got equations. And we know that my favorite strategy is to plug points into equations. Now I know that there's this whole story layered on top of this, but that should not distract us. That is just like the setting, and the real topic of the question is still points and equations. And they say that, look, R is the rental price, and look, that's right here, so that's kind of like, you know, the Y, I guess, because it looks like R of P in the choices. And the property's purchase price, P, so that's right here, and that looks kind of like our X, in thousands of dollars. Now, that one piece is kind of annoying. What that means here is that all these zeros at the ends of these numbers can just be canceled out, right? So if we look at like the Hamilton Circle one, for example, and it says $450,000, because the unit in the question is described as being in thousands, the actual value of P is going to be 450 because it's 450 thousands of dollars. So this isn't going to happen often, but it's going to happen enough that you just need to kind of know how this works. And so sometimes we just kind of change the unit a little bit, but it's not because of some randomness. It's because we're being instructed to do that. So once we've done that, this is really, really easy. Pick a point. We've got a calculator, and we're just going to plug it into all these choices. So I'm going to take the first one, Clearwater Lane. And the point is 128 for P and 950 for R. So I'm plugging that point into each of these equations. I'm going to see what I get. So I'll just show you for A what that's going to look like. But after that, I'm going to kind of move into the calculator. So that's going to be that we need to see, does 2.5 times 128 minus 870 equal 950? So 2.5 times 128 is 320. I guess I'll write it for you because now I can already see 320 minus 870 is not going to work because that's going to be negative. So done. Next one. Let's switch color. 5 times 128 plus 165. Well, 5 times 128 is 640 plus 165 is 805. Not good enough. Gone. Choice C, 6.5 times 128 plus 440. 6.5 times 128 is 832. So this is going to be too big, right? I can do it, but it's going to be over 1,000. So 1272. Too big. Hopefully it's D. I don't know, but I'm going to hope. 7.5 times 128 minus 10. 7.5 times 128 is 960 minus 10. Don't even need the calculator for that. It's 950. Now look, we're done. I don't need to check any of the other points. I could, but I don't need to because nothing else worked, right? Sometimes you will choose a point from your chart of points and it will work in multiple equations. That happens. I think we saw that earlier in this test, but that's okay. That's not like anything bad happening. It happens and we choose a new point and we try it out. But sometimes it just all works out and we're just done. Notice though that I did check choice D. I didn't just assume that it was right. I checked it because I it's possible I made some sort of arithmetic mistake somewhere. I don't trust myself. So I proved my work. But also occasionally with these, they don't say it here, but occasionally they'll say in the question that the line is like an approximation. And so sometimes the answer that we get out, the 950, won't be perfect with what we were expecting, right? Maybe we get out like 958. And so sometimes we think, oh, well, that's wrong because it's not what I was looking for. But if it says approximation, we might need to be a little flexible and we would just pick the one that was closest. And if we needed to try multiple points, we could, but most of the time it's going to be just one is close. So all of this is just to say, You need to be good at recognizing on any question when you are given points. It's easy to recognize equations, right? Because there's an equal sign. But the points are not always as obvious. And especially when there's a story, it may seem like there's something else going on. We don't really need to worry about the exact relationship between these things because we have the points that just kind of test the relationship for us. So you want to really look out. Anytime you see equations, ask yourself, do I have points? Because if you can find points, then you know you can plug them in and use this very, very easy and useful strategy and lock in some points on what does indeed look like a difficult question.